Fire broke out in a bar in Bangkok. Let's cross now back to Bangkok and our correspondent there, Cordelia Lynch. Cordelia, you were saying before we got cut off there that 22 people are critically injured and 63 are in hospital.
That's right, and they've just been putting up a screen here as they remove some of the bodies of the dead. At least 27 are dead so far, 22 critically injured in hospital. I've just spoken to the governor of Bangkok, who's been inside. He describes a scene of devastation, charred chairs. Many of those who died, he understands, were trying to seek shelter inside the bathrooms at the back of the venue. It was also close to the fire exit. Now, we don't know the exact cause of the fire yet, but we have heard from the Thai Prime Minister, who is here at the scene. He has heard from one musician who was inside, who said that people described hearing an explosion by a circuit breaker and then these huge flames erupt and engulf this venue. We can show you now some footage from the aftermath of the fire, and a warning: you may find some of the scenes distressing. People running away from the venue, trying to escape, and you just see this inferno. It gives you a sense of how difficult it would have been for people to try and get outside here. And we've seen in the last 2 hours families of some of those still missing gathered here, desperately waiting for news, trying to understand where people might be, what has happened to them. It was a busy Sunday night, people gathered inside, trying to enjoy themselves. This is a popular venue with young people. We've spoken to the family of a waitress who is still missing. She's actually from Laos, and they told us that many of the workers inside this venue were from Laos, of course, in the Southeast Asian region. But at the moment, you just get a sense of the enormity of this blast. And here, just people still lingering around, hoping to get further information. But so far, we know 22 critically injured, 63 were taken to hospital. The death toll at 27, that could still yet rise.
And Cordelia, we know that an emergency hotline has been set up for friends and family of those who think that they might have been at the pub at this critical time. What has been the uptake of that?
Well, we don't yet know, actually. I think what we've witnessed is people just coming here, really, on their bikes, walking here, trying to phone relatives to get to the scene as quickly as possible, and just hoping, by being close to the firefighters, close to the police, that they will get some news. It's been a big operation in the last hour as they remove some of the bodies, 27 of which were laid out on the pavement just behind us. They'll be taken to the Forensic Institute, of course, subject to post-mortems, and they'll be contacting the families as soon as they can. But it's been a pretty chaotic scene, a lot of bewildered faces, people gathered behind the back of the venue, just looking utterly shell-shocked. And you can see really the kind of burnt out back of the building there, where so many were trapped inside, hoping that that would be a safe haven. But sadly, that's where so many lost their lives, right next to the fire escape.
That's cool.
Dozens are injured after a massive fire in Bangkok. Survivors say the popular pub filled with smoke in just a few minutes, trapping people in the back with no fire exits. ABC News' Tom Sufi-Burridge has the latest on the investigation. Tom?
Hey, Diane. Yeah, there is deep shock in Thailand this morning. The video of that deadly blaze showing how quickly those flames were spreading inside that bar. The fear is the death toll could continue to rise because some of the more than 60 people injured are described as being in a serious condition. Thailand's Interior Minister quoting musicians who escaped the fire, who said it started on stage and soon after there was a power cut and then an explosion, they said. Thai officials saying most of those killed died from smoke inhalation. Thailand Thailand's Prime Minister visiting the scene today, confirming an investigation is underway. And that horrific scene in Thailand is reminiscent of a deadly blaze at a bar on New Year's Eve in Switzerland when 41 people were killed, and a fire at the Station nightclub in Rhode Island in 2003 when 100 people died. Thai officials say investigators will examine whether exits in that bar in the capital Bangkok were blocked, as well as whether flammable materials were present on the